Yo, what's up guys? Brick Boss here, and I'm gonna cut to the chase. I was wrong. I was wrong about Lego Monkie Kid. For new viewers and people who haven't watched the podcast, which you probably shouldn't, it's kind of cringe, I wasn't the biggest fan of Lego Monkie Kid. I still do have a couple of issues with Monkie Kid, but the story and characters of the show are too good to let it affect the overall good nature of the show. Before we get into it, though, if you like the animation and video essays I do here, then it'd be highly appreciated if you were to drop a like and a sub. And with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so before we get into the reasons why I like this show, a few of you may ask, what is Monkie Kid? And to answer that in its simplest form, it all boils down to a Lego show taking inspiration from the stories Journey to the West and Monkey King, as we follow our main protagonist, MK, taking over as a successor from the legendary Monkey King, and trains and defeats the villains of the land with his friends by his side. I want to quickly sum up the heroes and villains of the first season to give you an idea of what the show looks like. So first we have MK. He's a nice and outgoing teen who idolizes Monkey King and is trying to handle the responsibility that comes with the power of the Monkey King. Monkey King is supposed to be this legend who will train MK in wise power, but I like the fact that they honestly portray him as kind of a prick who can be ignorant at times, but will always come through for MK in the end. Next is MK's friend May. She is MK's cheery best friend who's always there for him no matter what, but could also kick the crap out of anyone who tries to threaten her friends using her dragon powers.
Yeah, he was trying to kill me.
Well, in that case, where does he live?
Next up is Pigsy. Yes, he's a pig. But more importantly, he's MK's employer and acts as a semi-father figure to MK despite his rough exterior. Then there's Sandy, who's a super laid-back guy who provides muscle and inventions for the team. But the most important part is Mo. Mo's a cat and S-tier character, and that's all you need to know about him. Lastly, for our hero group, we have Tang, who serves as a meta character to mention certain cliches and storytelling of the show.
Oh, Sandy is in this one, I see.
But is also a mentor-esque figure to MK as he tells him the stories of the Monkey King before he got his powers. Oh yeah, and he also really likes noodles for some reason, and it creates a funny banter between Pigsy and Tang when he wants free noodles.
Free noodles? No one gets a free meal at Pigsy's! I'm not running a charity here, Tang!
Ah, but Pigsy, I was paying with wisdom.
Yeah? Well, wisdom don't pay the rent, you freeloader!
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door!
Then we have our villains of Season 1 in the pilot in the Demon Bull family, composed of Lady Ironfang, Red Sun, and DBK, aka Demon Bull King. Most important thing to know about these three is that Red Sun is the best character, obviously.
However, I'll need supplies, and the only place to get them is...
Space?
Oh, you noodle brain!
And that DBK fought Monkey King years ago and got trapped under the mountain by his staff. Red Sun and Lady Ironfang grab the staff out of the mountain and free him, but then due to hijinks, MK gets the staff and learns he's Monkey King's successor, and that's the rest of the pilot. But as for Season 2's villains, I won't spoil it, but trust me, it's a web of greatness.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, now back to the thoughts. Lego shows have been becoming less and less frequent as we've moved away from the more 3D style of the traditional Lego shows, and have thus been allowed to show more uniqueness and energy. Yo, Future Brick Boss here. I'm here to explain what I was trying to say with that last point. I don't think I got my point across, and it could be very easily misinterpreted, and that's my bad. What I was trying to say is, as time has gone on, technology has improved and animation techniques have as well. I'm not trying to say one is better than the other. That's obviously subjective, and both are cool. And yeah, that's my point. Sorry. Monkie Kid has an Eastern anime influence to it, and thus is very vibrant and different from the other Lego shows. At first, this is a turnoff for me, but when you begin watching the show, that flaw actually becomes its advantage, and the animation can be used to show some dynamic action sequences that go hard and hilarious comedy.
Do you know what's better than a limited edition? One of a kind.
The comedy for me personally can go a bit overkill into kiddie territory, but then usually can be followed up by a joke that's really clever and wins me back.
Crimson Jimson weed produces just one flower and blooms only under the glow of a crimson moon.
That's tonight!
By the gods of plot convenience, let's go!
So it kind of has humor for all generations watching the show, which is really cool. Now, I do believe the animation can go a little over the top at times on its constant bombastic energy. As the show goes forward, though, it's able to find a balance much easier. I do think they're able to balance tone pretty well as it slowly goes darker as the stakes move forward into the latter half of Season 1 and Season 2, respectively. And trust me, when an episode wants to go all in with its stakes and its tone, like dark tone, it goes dark. It does have a fair share of episodes that don't feel consequential to the narrative as a whole and can kind of bog down the seasons in some respects, but regardless, it's usually a fun time with some cool action and good humor. Similarly to Ninjago, Monkie Kid is a 45-minute special that introduces the world, characters, and lore to the foreground, and I do recommend it to people who are interested. The special and first season of the show can be found on Amazon Prime, but you need a subscription for Season 2 and the other special. With all this being said, I really did enjoy Monkie Kid. So much so I bought a $150 set to get MK with sunglasses. Worthy investment if I say so myself. But for real though, this show is a nice action-adventure cartoon that appeals to kids and people who want to watch a solid, funny adventure. I'd give it about a 8 out of 10. And those are my thoughts on the show. But as I alluded to earlier, Monkie Kid is also a theme of Lego sets. And I'm going to keep my thoughts brief because this video is long enough as it is. But my thoughts on the sets are a mixed bag. The builds are good for the most part, and the figures are pretty good for the most part. They are really detailed. But I think the prices just aren't right for these sets. I think they're a little bit too high in certain areas, and that leads me to not buy as many of them. But that is just my opinion on them. And to help you guys, to be beneficial to you guys, to get two different perspectives, I invited two friends, EQ Productions and Extrehmity YT, to give their take on Lego Monkie Kid because they like it as well. And that all being said, EQ Productions, take it away.
Anyways, the reason why I like Monkie Kid, well, there's a lot of reasons. One of the reasons why is the sets. Now, yes, they are expensive, especially the bigger ones, and the small ones are overpriced, but that's... You can't blame the showrunners or the set designers. That's Lego as company doing that. Anyways, just look at the City of Lanterns. It may not be a modular that you connect with Ninjago City or the police station or something like that, but it's great. It's a great design, and it's just that one set proves why Monkie Kid is a great theme. Now, there's a greater reason why it's also a great theme. The show. If you look at the show, it's not some CGI bricks like Clutch Powers, even though that's a goated movie, or Ninjago. It's beautiful. It has its unique animation style. And it's not fair to compare it to Ninjago, but whatever. If you just look at it, it is beautiful. And the writing is some of the best we've seen in a Lego show. The writing's better than the new Ninjago seasons, but, you know, whatever. Yes, there's a lot of filler episodes, but they're fun filler episodes. Look at Ninjago Season 2. Those are some of the most fun episodes in Ninjago, in my opinion. But these just take it to a whole new level. Yes, the filler episodes can be stupid and stuff, but it's just a really fun time, and the jokes are really good. But at times, this show can get really serious. Like, in Season 2, Episode 5, when MK is first confronted by White Balloon Spirit, the animation just goes through the roof. And the dialogue and the animation, you can just see the fear in MK and what this threat can bring to him and his friends and the world. And it has great character development. Sandy, for instance, he makes jokes. He's just there most of the time. But I forget what episode it is, but he has his solo episode in Season 2, and he just goes hammer. It is some of the best character development I've seen. I don't know what else to say, but I dressed up as Tang with Extremity YT for Halloween, so I'm a big fan. I also simp for May. Lego Men Sims, you do not simp for May like I do. I have an anime body pillow.
Good day, young plebeians of the Brick Boss Society. I am here today to explain to you why Monkie Kid is better than Ninjago. Also, why Monkie Kid overall is a good Lego theme. Let's get it out of the way. So Ninjago fell off. I'm pretty sure we can all agree to that. If you're under the age of 10, then you probably don't think that. You probably think Ninjago is still the hot new thing. I'm sorry, but it's not. Monkie Kid kind of replaced Ninjago for me. It's like, I wouldn't say mature, because it's still a Lego theme, and Lego is Lego.
What do you mean by that?
But as far as a Lego theme goes, and the show, I would say it's much more like for older kids, I guess. They actually use terms like kill and die in the TV show, which has only been used like once in Ninjago, so that's an improvement. Me likey. Second, the sets are phenomenal. Absolutely mind-blowing. I know the prices are absolutely absurd, but for the set like Flower Fruit Mountain, it's just like, ooh, beautiful. And it's like $170, but the price to part ratio for the set is like worth it. Even though it's a lot, you technically are getting what you paid for. It just is a lot of money. So the sets are good. I just like Monkie Kid. That's why I'm stuttering here, because I kind of just like it. There's not really a reason. I guess the show is good. I like Monkie Kid's staff. I friggin' made it with PVC pipes, as you can see right there. It's in the corner of my room, so I think I think it's a pretty cool power that it's like the staff that gives the powers, and like it's a good show, okay?